started building this bridge in 1999. They signed, let's say, the contract, 1999, and 2004 it was complete. Before the deadline, before the deadline, yes. Because deadline, we don't have deadline actually. It's an unknown word in Greece. The truth is that here, especially for that bridge, you know, we had the Olympics 2004 in Athens. So they were so looking forward to seeing the torch from Olympia, where we're going now, because this is where we have the lighting of the torch. I'm gonna show you, whenever we have games, summer and winter, the torch starts from Olympia. So we wanted to see, you see the bridge now on the front, we wanted to see the torch on that bridge, and we want to see the athletes actually passing the flame before the opening ceremony, and this is what happened. So before the construction of this bridge, we had to come here, and we were waiting on the line to get on a ferry. Sometimes the winds were so strong we couldn't cross the sea. So the strong underwater currents, the strong winds, the depth of the water, plus the earthquakes, where we are here, this part of Greece, it has the most intense, we say, seismic activity, earthquakes. Seismic in Greece means earthquake. You see the ferries, we still, they function, they work, the ferries to their left, and of course it's much cheaper to take the ferry, but okay, today it's calm, we have very calm water. Sometimes it's very rough, and even though the distance is, you see, nothing, sometimes they don't work. On your right hand side now is the Ionian Sea, west. To the right is the Ionian, west, and to the left is the Aegean, east. For example, if we were on a boat and we sailed all the way to the right, we would find ourselves at the Eptanissa, the 7 Ionian islands, Zakynthos, Lefkada, Ithaca, Corfu, all these islands to the right, and then is Italy to the right. I mean, we can't see from here, that's why Patras is the third largest city, is on our, over there, we will pass by to the right. Gate to the west, we call it. You can take a ferry, huge ferry from Patras, and then after 13 hours, depending, you can go to Ancona, Bari, even Venice, north, even to Venice, but to Venice from here is about 34 hours, almost, yes. So the gate to the west, to the right, the city of Patras, the harbor, and so to the left, if we sailed, let's say all the way to the left, is the Aegean. They're the Aegean Islands, which are many, the Cyclades, where we are going, the Dodecanese, and then after hours and hours and hours is the west coast of Turkey. So from north, we go south. The mountains in front of us is the Peloponnese, the southern region of Greece, with historical places like Olympia, where we're going now. Actually, the Peloponnese is like a miniature of Greece. Beautiful, it has everything: mountains, ski resorts, villages, amazing coastline, Mycenaean centers from the Bronze Age, classic Sparta. Sparta is in the Peloponnese, this glorious ancient city-state. Byzantine cities, medieval castles, Monemvasia, the Peloponnese. I think if you come again to Greece, you should dedicate 1 week and even more.
This morning we are in ancient Olympia. This is where the Olympic Games began in 776 BC. and went on every 4 years until 393 AD. That's for 1400 years until a Christian emperor banned the gate.
Under these green tents, we have our archaeologists excavating. What they do, they have found the rest of the gymnasium. The gymnasium was the training center, I told you, in foot race for the athletes. So if we came before COVID here, the site started there, where you see these people. All this is new, let's say, excavation. They have found the rest. There was a long corridor with columns where they trained in case of hot weather in the shade, so it was covered. So when it was like this, of course, they trained in the shade. In the night, they would train, they would run outside. So ancient Olympia is inclined, so walking down, we go back in history.
Right. So
Exactly.
That's Thessalonica.
Exactly. So the lower we go, the back we go in history. So in other words, everything we are going to see, the ruins of the Temple of Zeus, the Roman baths, the gymnasium, everything in the stadium was excavated. When the archaeologists came here, the Germans excavated here in 1850s. All this land was covered. For example, if we excavate it, it's a sanctuary zone. Okay, this is the city. No one lives here. It was visited. A sanctuary with temples, and of course it opened for all Greece for the games, when they organized their games. In honor of Zeus, that's why we call them Olympic Games. They were in honor of Zeus. Actually, now we do what we walk through the gymnasium. You see what they have found? The wall. Now we are inside the gymnasium here. All these columns. The columns, imagine of course higher, supporting a roof, tiled roof. So you see the long, this is where they train. Training center, gymnasium. Then what if they found the century BCE? Because it was continuously used.
2,500 years old.
Yes, yes. Like what we're gonna see here is the resting area. This is from the 4th century BCE, 4th century.
All of the columns had been fluted originally?
Yes, yes. They were fluted for aesthetic, to look like from a distance like one solid piece.
So this is the wrestling area.
It's also stone. It's not marble.
Something light. Probably not marble because it doesn't go.
So the athletes, the wrestlers used to sit on those stone benches, and there's a stone bath which contained, it's not a bath, it contained olive oil with which they massaged themselves and then put the dirt on their bodies and went into wrestle.
Imagine of a circle was round, and this is, since we have seen his tomb, this is the Philippion. Philip II, when he came to Olympia after a victory in a battle, not in a sport, in a battle, Philippion, when he united the Greek city-states, he offered this here to Zeus. It was all made of marble, and inside there were 5 statues of gold and ivory of Philip, of his wife Olympia, of Alexander the Great, and of his parents, Amidas and Ephrodike, the grandparents of Alexander. 5 statues of gold and ivory that all stolen, all gone.
So we are in the stoa of the gymnasium. Got the name, is related to the word stoic, where the Stoics used to like walking in the stoa back and forth.
Of Zeus. All these ruins, all these stones you see around you, these are all pieces from the temple. This is the size of the Doric capital. Doric capital. If we restore say we had the money, we had the equipment, everything, to restore the temple of Zeus, we would put this on the top of a column. It's huge, it was huge, the temple of Zeus. Actually, we have only restored one piece, one column, for us to visualize the size of it. Like this column, imagine 6 on the west, this is the back. All temples face east, the entrance is the east side. 6 on the back, 6 on the front, and double plus 1, 13 columns on the long side. Here, another 13 on the other side. This is the golden ratio. We love this number. The golden ratio 1.6, the F number. So there were 6. Sorry, what I told you? 6, yes. 13 on the long. Inside the temple was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, the statue of Zeus, of gold and ivory, 30 feet tall, 11 meters. But this, unfortunately, when Christianity became the former religion, they transferred the statue from here to Constantinople to decorate the capital of the Byzantine Empire. And in Constantinople it was burned, it was destroyed because there were riots in the city, fire. There were the hippodromes, they had very many horse races back in Constantinople, it was the glorious capital of the empire. So there were fires in the city, riots, and the statue of Zeus, one of the 7 wonders, was destroyed, burned in Constantinople. So they could see until early Christian period. Right there, the mausoleum of Halicarnassus, Bodrum nowadays, Turkey, mausoleum, a huge funeral monument. The Colossus of Rhodes, on the island of Rhodes, the statue of the sun. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, Hellenistic, so these were all Greek. And 2 non-Greek, Hanging Gardens of Babylon and the Pyramid of Giza. Only the Pyramid of Giza still survives.
The first 2 wonders that I missed was this temple of Zeus and the temple of Diana in Turkey that we visited last time.
Always outside the temples, always, there is an altar, always. So this is the altar where I'm standing in front of the temple of Hera, where you see these people walking there in these columns. These are the temple, this is the temple of Hera, H-E-R-A, the wife of Zeus. So always, and faces east, you see? So always, in every temple, in front we have the altar. So the sacrifices will take place here, on the top, on the altar. The same thing in front of the temple of Zeus. The same thing would be in front of the Parthenon in Athens, wherever we have temples. Never blood inside the temple. They sacrifice edible animals to eat them. They didn't just waste. They didn't. We don't have sacrifice, for example, of horses, because we never ate horses here. We don't eat horses. They're very respected. We had sacrifices of edible animals because they had to feed. They were not only the athletes here. Imagine street vendors, spectators, other pilgrims, visitors, the judges, the coaches, the relatives. It was a huge, thousands of people here. Now it's quiet and beautiful, and we walk amongst the ruins. In August, with thousands of people. See, you will see a black and white photograph. This is supposed to be the high priestess, and these are the priestesses. And that, okay, this is from the 2004 Olympics. This is the mirror they put here. It's a mirror. So the sun is so strong, the sun is reflected into the mirror, and we have the fire. It's natural fire, you see? The flame. the flame, and they pass the flame. In the stadium, I will show you, and from the stadium all the way to Athens, and from Athens, they take it in an airplane, charter flight, in a box, oxygen, you know, to fly to Sydney, I don't know, to China, to wherever we have games. They take the plane all the way, and the water was channeled all the way into the stadium.
That's the arch, is the entrance to the stadium.
They just look stones, but they were the basis of statues. If you look carefully, on the top you will see footprints. On every, which indicates that there were statues. Like there. So, exactly. So, what statues there were there? Statues of Zeus. Now, but who offered them? If you were caught cheating, and we had, you know, many cheaters. There are Greek Olympic Games, of course they cheated. They had, for example, we know that a man, the father of an athlete, gave to the other athlete food that caused him diarrhea. This kind of cheating, you know. So if you were caught doing something bad, you had to pay a to pay a sculptor to make a statue, not of yourself, you cheated, but of Zeus. This costed a fortune, of course, and plus they would write your name on the base, your name, your city state, when you cheated, in which sport, and of course, that was the most humiliating, disgraceful thing to do. I mean, you honored your city if you were the champion, but you dishonored your city if you did something bad like that, and you stayed in history as a cheater. Plus, they put this here before the athletes go into the stadium, so they would see this, bravo, and be discouraged from cheating. So you see how smart it was where they put, you know, these statues to discourage the athletes, because that was really, it was a disgrace, you know, to do something. Los, Daedalus,
It's the first cheater.
Sicyonia. Sicyonia is a city-state in the Peloponnese. So he
Cheated.
cheated. He cheated. So you see, the oldest stadium in the world. Almost 40,000 people, the capacity. Amazing, 40,000 people. And here, this is the starting or the finishing line. Depends from where they started. So you see that they were standing. They were not on their hands and knees. The athletes were standing. They would put the right foot on the front line and the left on the back and standing. And here there were strings in front of their body. These poles, these sockets, this is a socket here. Imagine wooden poles. Another one there, another one there, holding. The judge was here, holding the strings, let them down, and this is how they start. So they couldn't start before because there were the strings in front. It's like the horse races, let's say, very similar. So they were standing, and they would run straight. This circle that we have now is Bravo. So they run one way many times. Okay, it could be 10 times, I don't know, 20 times. Bravo. Okay, but straight, not in a circle. The priestess was. All the rest people, they were on the ground. And they were not allowed to wear any hats and everything because they blocked the view. You know,
This is all men too, right?
all men, only men.
Naked men.
Yes. And very interesting is this, you see this tunnel here. This, how do you say, channel, whatever. This is for the water. The water was from the fountain all the way here, all around. So also the spectators needed water, and the athletes, of course. So this was for drinkable water.
That over there is for champion right there. The champions.
I'm missing the stick. Okay. Ready? On your mark. Set. Get set. Boom!
Ah, come back, come back.
We're gonna put her name on the front there with everybody else.
See how they were fluted. So this is a sample of how each piece is put on top of each other, and then it's fluted from the top to the bottom to give an illusion that it's all one monolithic piece. And this is a monument of Ptolemy II. Okay, interesting.
Following the death of Alexander the Great.
Oh, so this is the entrance to the temple of Zeus. These pieces are huge, huh? Wow. So we're about to enter the temple of Hera here. So we're back to the Philippion that Philip II built. So these are the Hellenistic baths, the Greek baths. Nike, this is Nike. Nike means victory.
In the Greek language, genders. In front of the temple of Zeus.
2,400 years old.
Everything you see here was found in the ground at the site that we were walking before. So that was, yes, the wings. 11 meters tall, 30 feet tall. Zeus. This is 2,400 years old. You can see inside. This is a marble from Paros Island, Parian. The top. The translucency is amazing on this marble. 2,400 years old, original. Hermes was God's messenger. He was the one who protected trade and commerce. And you don't see the personal characteristic, no portrait. It's idealized, classically. Idealized male or idealized female.
2,500 years ago.
The wrestling area. This is the wrestling. Gymnasium, wrestling, Philippion. We walk this way. The workshop of Phidias. Temple of Zeus. Exactly. And Temple of Hera. In front of which we have the lighting of the torch. In front of the Temple of Zeus is this Nike. This. Here. The Nike. So we walk this way. The statues of the cheaters, remember? The track, statue. So that was a stoa of Echo. If you shouted one name, you could hear many times, Echo. So this is how they announced the champions. And we didn't see these actually because they are in ruins. The only hotel for the VIP inside the sanctuary, only for VIP. This was for the Olympic Committee. This was to clean their body after wrestling with
So we're here for a cooking class. Let's see what's in here. We have a recipe actually for tzatziki, more stuff, cheese pie, vegetarian fried appetizer. Okay, very nice.
Stop. Ready. Πάμε.
Ready? Orea. Allunga la rete.
Bravo, bravo.
Hello there. How are you? Welcome.
So we're here for olive oil tasting. Ooh, wow, look at that. It already smells good.
Hello, welcome. But let me give you a bit of wine to have your attention. For a-
Hey, it looks like it was a wedding procession. So we walked up all those steps from down there, came up here, and look at the view here. Nice. Yeah? Look. So you can see the bridge in the distance too.
Lady has a torch, I think, on that wall near the flag.
Can't get enough of this view. This is amazing. The bridge in the distance. And there are some young Greek kids here, local kids. Oh, Colossus has climbed further up ahead of me. I think we're gonna go to the fortress. Oh, and the clock, there's a clock there. Man, how did they get the car up here? Road is so narrow. Oh man, we're further up.
Lemon tree
Uh,
or lime tree.
nice. Oh, there's something going on there actually in that fort. So we just entered through that wall. This looks like an old fortification. So we reached the bell tower here on the top here. This is something. So the fort is still further up in the distance. I don't think we can, there's enough light to make it up there. And I heard it closes at a certain point. So this is a beautiful view of this clock tower. And look at at the sky. Wow, it is so beautiful. The moon is in the sky, and you can hear the wedding party in the distance, right? Ah, nice. I guess are they driving all through town, like multiple times? This is just a 360-degree view from up here. It's just beautiful. There's a bell. And some graffiti at the bottom. That's okay. So we're heading our way down on these nicely paved streets by these homes with $1 million view. I guess we just missed the the clock chiming. What time is it? 8 o'clock? Oh, I see. Okay. Again, making our way down by these beautiful homes. Okay, so this answers our question. This is what we were looking at from the top.
Be very careful.
Cannons.
This is the view from outside the walls. Looking into the city. So this is the